Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Absolutely Amani. Before we get into today's episode of The Hot Seat, I want to make sure you are doing two things for me that are really important. First thing, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel by subscribing. You can see all of the content, you'll get all the good stuff, you'll get all of this, whatever this is that I'm giving you, you're getting all of it. And then secondly, make sure you turn on post notifications. So even if you are subscribed, if you turn on your post notifications, you'll get notified when new videos are uploaded. So do those two things for me right now. Do it real quick, and then let's get into today's episode of The Hot Seat, because child, it is hot. It is hot. So all right, y'all, so today in The Hot Seat we got 50 Cent. You know 50 Cent, rapper, power, in the club, you know, all of that 50 Cent stuff, aka Curtis Jackson, Vitamin Water, all that stuff. So now 50 Cent has always been known for just, I'm gonna be blunt, because I just feel like he's always been known for being ignorant. Like, aside from the business, like, he's good with business, like, very creative, like, that definitely, like, he owns that. But when it comes to just, like, outside of those things, like, he's just known for being ignorant and just saying the craziest things and doing the craziest things and just coming at people sideways. Like, that is his brand. Like, that is 50 Cent at this point. Now, recently 50 Cent did an interview on Lil Wayne's kind of talk show, or whatever the hell Lil Wayne's doing in his movie theater room. Whatever. I don't know what Lil Wayne's doing. So, in this interview, 50 Cent talks to Lil Wayne about his preferences when it comes to dating. Now, as y'all know, 50 Cent is dating a woman. Like, here she is. I really don't know her name. I don't go into the details of the people, but obviously she is a mixed woman and whatever. So he goes in to talk about his preferences and why he prefers, and he uses the word exotic, why he prefers exotic women over black women. And here's what the clip was.
You know what I'm saying? And I look and I go, yo, this is why they get mad, they get angry. And you see a lot of sisters, they go, oh, you fucking with this kind of girl or that kind of girl. That shit is exotic.
Stupid.
That shit look a lot different from the shit that you see in the neighborhood all the time. It looks like that shit look like it came off a boat, baby. Goddamn, you don't like that, motherfucker? You don't like that? You go, goddamn, what's the matter with you? This shit feels like something foreign. It feels like something that you can't just get. So in some kind of ways, it is interesting to explore. You know what I'm saying? But they get mad, they get angry. How did you end up with this motherfucker or this, that? I'm like, huh?
So immediately, two things that caught my eye when I watched that video was, one, how he referred to women, period. Like, it looked like it came off a boat.
That shit look like it came off a boat, baby. Goddamn.
You're talking about your girlfriend, you're talking about women you're interested in, is it? And then furthermore saying it like it came off a boat, as if it's like a shipping item or just a merchandise. Like, it's it. These are humans. Women are human. You know that, right? You don't refer to women as it, and it came off of a boat. Like, that's hella disrespectful. It's not even a compliment. That's disrespect. And then two, Lil Wayne. He's sitting here kikiing like this was the funniest thing he ever heard.
Ah!
You don't like that? You go, goddamn.
It wasn't funny. And y'all know I love to go to the Shade Room comments, so we went right there. And someone even called Wayne out, like, how are you the father of a black woman and you're sitting here laughing at this ignorance? So this clip was posted on the Shade Room, as y'all know, and it did not take long for it to go viral. It did not take long for people to weigh in and share their thoughts. And when I say people, I mean there were plenty of people with opinions on what he said. It was black men, everyone from Waka Flocka, even Ja Rule, his like arch nemesis, you know, took the time to throw some shade his way. And even Toya, who is the mother of Lil Wayne's child, his daughter Reginae, who hosted the interview, even she wrote a comment, and just a host of all other people just pretty much saying like this is not right, this is not true, like this is just not cool. So in today's episode of Hot Seat, I don't want to sit here for the next 5 minutes talking about 50 Cent and who he dated and all that, because it's just not that important. However, I do want to take what 50 Cent said in the interview. He said that black women tend to get upset, I guess the women that he know, they get upset when they see him dating a woman outside her race, and what he would call an exotic woman. And I want to unpack that a little bit in today's episode. So the question today is, as black women, should we get upset? Should we feel bothered that when we see black men, whether they're successful or not, when we see them dating outside their race, should that bother us? Stay tuned. So the question again is, should black women be bothered when we see or hear of a black man dating outside of his race? And the short answer is no. No, it should not bother us in no shape, way, form, or format. However, I would be a liar if I was sitting here telling you that I have never been bothered by it. As a black woman, I would say that I used to get bothered when I heard of or saw black men that just dated outside their race. And let me tell you why. From my experience, when I see black men that date outside their race, they have a strong dislike and disdain for black women. It's, I will date everybody except a black woman. And that bothers me all the time. All the time I'm bothered by that. I don't understand how you constantly put down a whole group of people for whatever reason. And unfortunately, I think sometimes when we hear or see black men that date outside of their race, we always think that they're that type of person. We're thinking automatically they're the type of person that don't like black women, that would never date a black woman, when that's obviously not the case for all. Everybody's different. I know a number of people in my life that date outside their race, get married outside their race, and they have also dated black women. They just so happen to fall in love and want to build the rest of their life with a woman that does not identify as being black. And that shouldn't bother us. So I looked up some information about interracial marriages and just like what that looks like here in the United States. So there was some U.S. Census data that was out there. Basically, if you know, the census is where you fill it out. You put all your personal information, your business out there, who in your household, who not in your household, all of that. And they use that information to determine like not taxes, but just a bunch of stuff. This is not social studies. Look it up. If you don't know what the census is, look it up immediately. You need to know if you live in America. So I looked it up, and of course, interracial marriages and dating has skyrocketed since the 1970s, as you can imagine. But I was really surprised to see that the percentage of black men that date outside their race is really low. I mean, overall, according to the census, and this was like back in 2007, I think. So what was really surprising to see was in the data, it showed that actually 94% of black men marry black women. And then the percentages as far as like black men that marry white women, Asian women, or, you know, other races was actually really low. Like none of them was even in the double digits. So I think that this is not like we're entering this crisis where black men are just not dating any black women at all, and that these are probably more so just like outliers versus like the majority. So you might be like, Amani girl, bye. I'm not trying to hear that. Like if I see a black man with a non-black woman, I'm gonna be in my feelings about it. I don't care what the situation is. Girl, check yourself, okay? Check yourself, because people are going to love who they love. You know, at the end of the day, you may find somebody that is blue, purple, green, yellow, whatever, but they treat you like a queen or a king, and they are there by you, and they get your struggles, and they support you, or whatever else that you're looking for in a companion. And why would you allow race to be a barrier to your true love and happiness? Not to sound cheesy, but why? And if you see that, why do you get so bothered? I wouldn't get bothered by it at the end of the day. My only bother is if you are putting black women down in the process. That is a no, and that is a flag on the plate, and I will forever be bothered by that. Forever.
Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever.
Forever.
As always, I want to know what you think. Make sure you comment below. What do you think? Do you think black women should be bothered when they see a black man that dates outside his race? And then let's furthermore make this a deeper and broader conversation. Black men who are dating outside their race but feel the need to put black women down the process. How we feel about that? comment below. Thank you so much for watching. So much. I know this was a very touchy subject for some people. But thank you for being with me. And don't forget to subscribe, turn on your post notification bell, and all that good stuff. Bye.